Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I have here for you guys today Salamangreat. This is a very well-known deck. It's been in the meta for a couple of months now. Like, if you want to say, I feel like 14-15 months. I think it's very bandless safe, considering it has Gazzetto 1, Circuit 1, and Marastalio banned. I don't think they can ever hit the deck without like literally killing the deck entirely. I think it's still one of the top deck strategies of the meta today, but I don't want to spend any more time and let's just get started in the video. Keep in mind, I do not have Parallel Exceed. They are coming in the mail, but once I do come in the mail, I'm gonna do a few test hands with that as well as in the deck. The one Gazelle is a foolish burial for the deck. I think it's just very viable and like the heart and soul of the deck. We're playing 2 Foxy. The reason why I play 2 Foxy instead of 3 or 1 is just because you do want to see it. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it can help unclog your hand, as well as discard a hand that you might want, like pitch Spinny and then get it back and pop a Spell Trap. Also excavates top 3. I just like that. So I do play 3 Spinny. So with Spinny, I would cut this down to 2 if I had Parallel Exceed. For now, I think it's just fine. At 3, it comes up. I don't want to banish all of them from Desires, but as long as I get a 500 attack boost into the grave and then bring it back for link material, I think that's fine with me. I am playing 2 Jaguar. 2 Jaguar comes up, and the second one comes in, later in the grind game. Used 1 just to help add back your cards like Gazelle or your Sun level back to the extra deck. I think that's perfectly fine. Summons itself to a link pointer itself. I'm playing the 1 Falco and the 1 Foul. Foul comes up every now and then. Just summons itself out. No need explanation there if you reincarnate summon. Perfectly fine. Falco, I mean, all you gotta do is just target a monster you control, return it to the hand, and then you summon itself out. So I think it's perfectly fine. A way to cycle back Gazelle. I am playing 3 Flame Buffalo. With Buffalo, I think it's fine. You don't want to banish them all from Desires, as well as considering how you need to like cycle through your deck and get your resources. You could chain block Bayleaf to get Sanctuary. It's fine. Also, since they're all level 3s, except with a few sessions, with 2 Lady Debug, it's very searchable. Well, sometimes you don't really need to search Buffalo. If you have Lady Debug, you don't need to search Buffalo. But Lady Debug is a free Rhoda. It just adds the level 3 lower cybers to your hand, and you link it off for Baylinks. I think it's perfectly fine. There's a rank 4 for rank 4 plays. I'm playing 3 Ash. 3 Ash is perfectly fine in this deck. It's a fire, level 3, searchable. It's very easy to add back if it has been discarded to the graveyard. You use Sunlight Wolf, special summon Jaguar to a link pointer. You can add back Ash if you have Ash in your grave. I am still playing Nibiru. The reason why you don't want to play more than 2, just you don't want to clog your hand with it. Sometimes you do have to draw both of them, but that's how the game works. Considering that Emancipator and Eldritch are in the format right now, I think Nibiru is essential. Sometimes it may not work against Eldritch after like synchro summon, but I think if you hit it at the right time, it could be a definite blowout. As well as at Emancipator, they don't have Clockmare Guardian. What are they gonna do? So I think that's perfectly fine. As well as with all these rogue decks like Heroes, the mirror match especially, you have Nibiru, you just automatically win. You grind them out because you already have that advantage. But I think it's perfectly fine. Gives you a 3k beater just to beat over certain stuff. Because a big problem that Salamangreat has is beating over a bunch of really big monsters unless you're using your OTK options. We're playing the 2 DD Crow. I think DD Crow is essential. You can proc the Nibiru if you have this and Nibiru. You can activate Nibiru. Obviously, they don't want their board wiped, so you activate the Nibiru, and then they'll negate it with Pokemon Guarding against the Emancipated matchup. Sorry, guys. But with DD Crow, you banish their Black Dragon. What are they gonna do after that? They can search nothing. I think it's perfectly fine. That's it for the monsters. I would change a few cards in there. Maybe cut the Nibirus just for the Parallel Exceed and one spinning. But that's after I get my copies. I am playing three Salamander Will. I think Will is just perfectly fine, allowing you to cycle through all your cards as well as Monster Reborn or some monster from your hand. Sometimes it can help you outclog your hand. Also, since not very searchable, as you can say, you might want to try to draw it off the desires. But I do play 3-sided mining. The fact that this got reprinted just makes the deck a whole lot cheaper. You don't have to waste all that money just trying to get 3 copies of Sided Mining. Sided Mining is one of the best cards of the deck. This card is spinning, you add Gazelle, and then you pretty much go out from there. That thing is perfectly fine. Or you discard a Jaguar. Just helps you. As long as you have a Salamangreat monster in your graveyard, that just helps out a lot. I do run some back removal. You don't want to get hit with a bunch of unknown back rolls, so you play 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I don't want to play Twin Twisters just because it does not banish if you play against Eldritch. And let's just say that they have a Scarlet Sanguine set, or they have Conquistador, you chain, they have nothing to pop, so obviously they're going to lose a free card. You don't care about the 1,000 life points, but you can side these out. It's just depending on your build. I am playing the 3 Desires. You need draw power in this deck. Helps a lot unclogging out your hand. I think it's perfectly fine with 3. You don't want to banish off Gazelle, that's what, or Sanctuary. Sanctuary and Gazelle, the ones that you really don't want to banish, as well as your traps. But if you get to search those out, you're perfectly in good position. Just to set up a really good board if they don't interrupt you. My one-ups, I'm playing the 1 Monster Reborn. You are playing a lot of monster matchups, as well as considering how a lot of decks play like Borlo Savages and stuff like that. You really want to bring those back. That way you have a form of getting to beat over a bunch of monsters, as well as if you can get rid of a Boil Sword and then bring it back and use it to your own advantage. I think that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't complain about that. I am playing the 1 Circle. Sucks that it's at 1, but I mean it's a free Rhoda. If you wouldn't play Sided Mining if this was at 3. So I think Circle is perfectly fine. It also adds a bit of coverage to your Sunlight Wolf if it's on the field. The one put is Burial. People don't play this, but I do. I just like it because it sends a free extended to the grave. Sure, like if you send Jaguar and then you have Banelix on the field, you summon Jaguar, so it's perfectly fine. You don't have to waste extra resources on that type of sending if you can't send with Gazelle. The 1 Sanctuary, you only need 1. If they Cosmic Cyclone it, that's fine. You gotta learn how to play around it. That's how you master the deck. For the traps, I am playing 2 Rage. Rage is fine. You search it. People play 3. Sometimes they only play 1, but I think 2 is just fine. You don't want to clog your hand with it with too many, as I said, only at once per turn. But I think that's just perfectly fine. Popping. Let's say you have like Helio on the field, and then you have you can at their Rage target 3 your points back row and then just pop away. Perfectly fine. Last trap I played Roar. I do not own Infinite Impermanence myself, so I think that cutting Impermanence, playing a little bit more of hand traps, I think is perfectly fine. Setting up your own board, but Roar is good. It's a counter trap. A counter trap is always good in your archetype, especially when it can reset itself, as well as it can just go through. You can send it and you can add it back. I think it's perfectly fine. That's it for the main deck. For the extra, I'm playing the 3 Banelings. Banelings is essential. you'll get to cycle through all your monsters without having to go to those crazy Link 2s, crazy Link 3s. Bailing is perfectly fine, getting monsters into the grave, and making sure that your plays go through, as well as add Sanctuary back to your hand. I am playing the 3 Sunlight Wolf. Sunlight Wolf is perfectly good in this deck. Heart and Soul of the extra deck. I mean, if you normal summon a monster into his link pointer, you add back a fire. Nothing much to say, as well as you get to, if it's used by its own name, you get to add back a trap. A spell or trap, so I think that's perfectly good in my opinion. Also, you need to play 3. You burnt it 2 in the first game, the first turn of the duel, since you want to open up your boards. But you're playing the 2 Helio, you only need 2. You do not play 3. I don't like it at 3. You burned it 2, but you cycle them back. It's perfectly fine. Also, it's big enough to get it over something, as well as change the attack on an opponent's monster. That way you can help out with the OTKs. For the OTK options, I'm playing the Zoroboros. Zoroboros is perfectly fine in my opinion. You play Desires, you're going to be banishing a lot of monsters, as well as if your opponent is playing Desires as well, you get to have a bigger attack on Zoroboros, as well as you can attack twice with Upjammer. The one Transco Talker. Transco Talker is perfectly fine. It can help you protect your monsters, as well as, since Zoroboros does rely on things getting banished, this is a perfect alternative, and just in case that you don't have a lot of cards banished, and that way you gain extra attack. Playing the one Nightmare Phoenix. It's a fire. It's perfectly fine. It's a Link 2. And you get to discard one as well. And you need to draw one too, if it's co-linked. Just for the background removal. I'm playing the one Update Jammer just for the OTKs. It helps you just cycle through your Link 4s. And just helps you out just being able to OTK that person. So I am playing rank 4s, but since I do not have Pillar or Exceed, keep in mind I will be making a little tweaks to it. I am playing the one Tornado Dragon. Tornado Dragon is perfectly fine in my opinion. Helps with the back removal. Also, it's 2100 attack, so that's perfectly good just to beat over monsters that you really can't beat on your own. I am playing the one Beluska just to play defense. A lot of my options are very offense, but Beluska is perfectly fine if you're trying to set up first turn, and then just be able to set them to defense, and then have all your monsters effects negated or set to defense. I am playing the one Dweller. Dweller is perfectly fine, allowing you to get rid of your opponent's graveyard. Make sure they don't enter any effects. But guys, that's the rest of this video. Comment down below if you would like me to do a test hands video with this, and then I will show you how to set up a board as well as OTK with a pretty established board. But guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe for more daily videos. I will be posting a few more. Just have to get rid of a few deadlines from school. Any student or past student will know that. But guys, have a good one.